Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all take a look at this screen, you'll see this little boy, and I want to make sure that you take note of his face because we are currently in a search to try to find this kid. As of right now, which today is December the 15th of 2020, we don't know where this little boy is unless there's some information that comes in pretty quickly. As of right now, he is still missing. How do we get to this point? Well, from what I understand, his mother was dating a man. Her and that man had an issue. That man murdered the mother. And I know that's really, really harsh to hear. But it's a narrative that we've been talking about all year long. We're getting so close to Christmas time, and this thing continues to happen, even though us as the AFC, we work really, really hard to push out a message of love for yourself and love for your children. Why would we continue to keep putting ourselves in this precarious situation is beyond me. But as of right now, a team of divers launched a search effort in the Ohio River for a missing toddler after his mother was found dead with stab wounds over the weekend. The Cincinnati Enquirer reported in an update citing the police. Hashtag not my words. Now, I want to see if people understand something that I'm going to quiz you guys on a couple things. If you guys are listening to the sound of my voice right now, then most of you people should understand what does it mean when an individual stabs a person multiple times to death. Does anybody want to take a stab at that? No pun intended. Does anybody want to take a guess as to what that actually means? Let me take a pause real quick. Dre the Dream, my brother, I want to say thank you for your donation. I did get your Cash App in just now, and I want to say thank you. Also want to say thank you to let me make sure I can say your name, to Tidra. Tidra, if you're listening, I got your PayPal while we were offline. Thank you very much. And Diane Weed. So thank you guys very much. What does it mean? Crime of passion. It's personal. So if you guys will notice, people in the chat are posting that it was personal. It's a crime of passion, and they are absolutely right. Okay? She was stabbed to death. And I'm going to tell you guys, love and hate is synonymous. And shout out to Tommy because I learned that from him. The word love and hate, the feeling that is behind that word, that's associated with that word, is very, very similar. Okay? So when this man hated this woman, you could almost say that he loved this woman so much to the point to where it was dangerous, not only for her, but for her 3-year-old son. The Cincinnati Police Department identified the boy in a missing person flyer as 3-year-old Nylo Lattimore. And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like that name. His name is spelled Nylo. There was a hotel downtown in Dallas I stayed at one time called the Nylo. And I don't know, I just like that hotel. I like the name Nylo. So it was, for me, it's really easy to remember. Okay? Now, he was last seen near his home on Melrose Avenue in Walnut Hills on December the 4th. So this is very recent. Whereabouts of the child are unknown. Circumstances regarding disappearance are also unknown, according to the department, and they said that on Twitter. And I'm going to show you guys some documents here in a minute as well. The mother of the the mother of the boy is 29-year-old Nytisha Lattimore. Let me see if I can get mom's face back up there. Nytisha Lattimore was 29 years old, and she was found dead on Pete Rose Way on Saturday after police responded to a call at approximately 3:15 in the middle of the morning. 3:15 a.m. about a deceased person, according to a separate police news release. Lattimore's boyfriend is that guy. Let's take a step back. That individual, but let me give you guys a clearer picture of his face. I want to make sure that y'all know exactly what this murderer's face dude looks like. That individual, his name is Deshaun Brown. He is almost 10 years younger than the mother. He's 9 years younger. A lot of times we like to make it seem like it's weird when older men get with younger women and they take advantage of them. But if, in all fairness, what are we going to call it with a younger, or excuse me, with an older woman gets with a younger man? Do we call it the same thing, or do we just think that's normal? She was almost 30 years old. This dude was barely in his 20s. He's 20 years old, Deshaun Brown, and he was arrested the same day and has been charged with murder. And that's according to the Inquirer, citing court documents. Again, not my words. This is some of the missing report documents and things like that. Brown allegedly stabbing Lattimore multiple times at an apartment in Walnut Hills, the court documents state, adding that the little boy Nilo right there was also missing from the same apartment building. Let me see if I can get you guys a little bit of a bigger picture so you guys can see that document more clearly, because I know it's really small. So let me make this a little bit bigger. Can you guys see that? Okay. That's one of the documents. Here's another one of the documents. Now, I did turn the DVR function on, so if you guys need to, you can pause it right here and take a look at this. On the left-hand side is the investigation. On the right-hand side is the missing persons report. Okay? That should have given you enough time to take a look at that, or at least pause it on there. But let's keep going. Police say that Lattimore's relatives went to Yateman's Cove and identified a stroller that appears to belong to the mother. And a woman who appears to be a relative of the mom said on Facebook that the stroller that looks similar to the one that the mother owned was found in Yateman's Cove on East Pete Rose Way. It's not looking good. They found a stroller that looks similar, Dee Dee Hughes wrote in the caption. It's currently unclear if Deshaun Brown or anyone is related to the disappearance of the boy, police said. The motive for Lattimore's death is also unclear at the time detectives continue their investigation. Do y'all want to hear what my real thoughts are about what actually happened? Because once I finish reading this, I'm going to just tell you what I think. But most of y'all should be here to hear what my thoughts are. Again, don't forget to click that thumbs up, share the stream, and let other people know that we're live. If you would, make sure to click the thumbs up. Our goal tonight is 400. So if we can get 400 thumbs up, that'd be awesome. Continue to share this story because we have not found this little boy. If y'all believe that babies' lives matter, then what I need y'all to do is band together and make sure to share these stories, because if you don't, people might not know. They might end up passing by somebody or have some information that could actually get this little boy found. So if you ever wanted to make a difference in these children's lives, this would be a great time to do so. Okay? The boy is described in a missing person flyer as a 3-year-old boy with black hair and brown eyes. It looks like he has long hair. I can't really tell. Like he might have it pulled back like into a ponytail, I guess. I can't really tell. Brown eyes with his height and weight unknown. Authorities added that anyone with information on Nilo's whereabouts is encouraged to call the police department at 513-352-6948 or 513-352-6934. Here's my thoughts. He's a young dude. When they say young, dumb, and full of cum, he is a young dude. He is emotional. She is older than him. She might have said something to him that he didn't like, might have put some pressure on this type of person. And one thing that I know from personal experience that I've seen a lot of women do, and it does not apply to all women, nor does it apply to all situations. So hashtag not all, okay? But we have to speculate because we don't know the story, and the mom damn sure can't tell us, and the little boy damn sure can't tell us, okay? I'm going to assume that something pissed this man off, because I don't think he would have just did this for no good damn reason. They were in a relationship. I'm going to assume that something set him off. Was it cheating that set him off? We don't know. Did she talk to this young emotional dude crazy? We don't know. Something set him off to the point to where he attacked the mother and attacked her with a knife, meaning he had to be emotionally enraged to the point of he was just uncontrollable at that point. Now, where is the little boy? I think that since they have this man in custody, the least this dude could do, regardless of if he's 20 years old, he's still a man, he's still grown. I think he needs to speak out and give us something. If the boy is alive, we need to know where he's at. If he's done the unthinkable, which I'm thinking is probably possible at this point, we at least need to know. Give us some closure and say something to that boyfriend dude. What's his name? Deshaun Brown. I'm hoping that he speaks out and says something. Let me go ahead and give you guys the fair usage, and let me let you guys take a look at the news videos. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. All right, thank y'all for clicking that thumbs up. Let's keep going. Let's get it.
Tonight, a murder charge and a missing 3-year-old. A family frantic for answers. Where is Nilo? Thanks for choosing us tonight. I'm Evan Millward. That little boy's been missing for 9 days now. His mom's body, stabbed repeatedly, was found this weekend near the Purple People Bridge. Josh Bazan has been on this story for us all day. He's live outside police headquarters now with new information on this investigation. Josh.
Evan, Cincinnati police and a Hamilton County dive team searched this afternoon around the Purple People Bridge and in the Ohio River for clues as to what could have happened. But as you said, they're still right now trying to reunite that 3-year-old boy with his family.
This is Nilo Lattimore. Cincinnati police say the 3-year-old went missing from Melrose Avenue in Walnut Hills on December 4th, and they need the public's help finding the toddler. Nilo's mother, 29-year-old Natasha Lattimore, died after police say her boyfriend stabbed her at their home on Melrose Avenue and left her body near the Purple People Bridge Saturday morning. Relatives found the family stroller in the same location, and Cincinnati police and a dive team with the Hamilton County Police Association Underwater Search and Recovery Unit combed the bottom of the Ohio River searching for more evidence. At least 2 dogs were on scene helping with the search. Cincinnati police have arrested 20-year-old Deshaun Brown for killing his girlfriend. He's been charged with murder. According to Montgomery County court records, Brown is from Trotwood, but living at that address in Walnut Hills, and authorities were trying to find him after he missed 2 appearances as part of his probation after a misdemeanor assault case. The hashtag #FindDenial.
Oh, there's some information I didn't know. If y'all caught that, make sure y'all click the thumbs up. I did not catch that. Ooh. So mom likes thugs, huh? So this dude might have been a violent individual. Did y'all catch that? I'm going to let y'all hear that again. Wow. I wasn't going to assume that he had a criminal record. Like, why would I just assume that? But apparently he does. Listen to this again. I missed that. Let me let y'all hear it again. Wow.
At least 2 dogs were on scene helping with the search. Cincinnati police have arrested 20-year-old Deshaun Brown for killing his girlfriend. He's been charged with murder. According to Montgomery County court records, Brown is from Trotwood, but living at that address in Walnut Hills, and authorities were trying to find him after he missed 2 appearances as part of his probation after a misdemeanor assault case.
After a misdemeanor assault case, he was on probation already. Listen at this again. And they also just said that he was hiding out at this woman's house. How did she not know that this man was on probation and missed his probation? Shouldn't you know that if you got your kid around this dude? That's pretty easy to find with a simple background check. Hello. Listen at this again.
And recovery unit combed the bottom of the Ohio River searching for more evidence. At least 2 dogs were on scene helping with the search. Cincinnati police have arrested 20-year-old Deshaun Brown for killing his girlfriend. He's been charged with murder. According to Montgomery County court records, Brown is from Trotwood, but living at that address in Walnut Hills, and authorities were trying to find him after he missed 2 appearances as part of his probation after a misdemeanor assault case.
I just want to make sure y'all heard that, right? Everybody heard that. I'm not going to rewind it again.
charged with murder. According to Montgomery County court records, Brown is from Trotwood, but living at that address in Walnut Hills, and authorities were trying to find him after he missed 2 appearances as part of his probation after a misdemeanor assault case. The hashtag #FindNilo is spreading on social media as people try to get the child back to his family.
So she was dating a dude that was on probation for assault, and then he assaulted her and probably assaulted her son. Oh my God, why do our ladies keep doing this? Why do you date violent people? And this little boy is only 3 years old, so he's not the dad of this kid, but I'm going to assume that this assault happened before they got together. So this is something she could have looked up that was on his record, unless she was the one that put the charge on him. But if she put the charge on him, then she definitely shouldn't have been with him. So I'm just going to assume that she was not the one that got assaulted, which is the one that put him on probation. It was some other woman that he assaulted, or whomever. I'm assuming it was probably another woman. Put a case on him. She could have did a background check to find out, oh, I shouldn't have my kid around him. Let's go.
This is a WCPO 9 breaking news alert.
And we are on top of breaking news right now along the Ohio River in downtown Cincinnati, where a young mom's body was dumped, stabbed repeatedly. Her 3-year-old son is still missing at this hour, but his stroller was found near his mom's body. There has been a frantic search for that little boy for the past several hours. Let's get right out to reporter Josh Bazan live near the Purple People Bridge. Josh, you just saw search crews pull out of the Ohio River a little bit ago.
That's right, Evan. Yeah, this is just a terribly sad situation. The family members, as you say, came down here where police found the body of 29-year-old Nitisha Lattimore, and those relatives recognized the stroller, but so far, there's no other sign of the woman's missing son, Nilo. A dive team with the Hamilton County Police Association Underwater Search and Recovery Unit combed the bottom of the Ohio River near the base of the Purple People Bridge Sunday afternoon. After more than an hour in the water, they cleared out. Cincinnati police did not provide any more information on scene. We know this is near the location where officers found Lattimore after she was stabbed to death. Cincinnati police have arrested 20-year-old Deshaun Brown for murder in that situation. Montgomery County court records show Brown is from Trotwood and was on probation for a misdemeanor assault charge. Montgomery County was looking for him as recently as December 3rd after he missed 2 appearances as part of that probation. This is 3-year-old Nilo Lattimore. Cincinnati police put out a missing persons alert for the boy Saturday and tell us he is the son of the woman who was found dead near the bridge. Cincinnati police say the boy was last seen December 4th, and they are asking the public to help locate him. Anyone with information should call the Cincinnati Police Department. The dive team wrapped up its search here just after 5 o'clock, and Cincinnati police have cleared the scene by now. I did reach out to the department to see if the search turned up any clues or any more leads into the missing son, and right now we're still waiting to hear back. Reporting live at Yeatman's Cove, Josh Bazan, WCPO 9 News.
Randy, thank you. The search continues for a missing 3-year-old whose mother was found dead by the Purple People Bridge.
The man accused of killing her was arraigned in court this morning on a murder charge. WLWT News 5's Natalie Clark here with...
So everybody understands that he was on probation. She was dating him. 20 years old, he grew up with household violence. Who knows? But all I know is at the point when you cross the threshold of being grown, whatever that is, I always consider the line to be like age of consent. Anything above that, I'm like, at that point, you're grown. If you can be grown enough to move out, pay your own bills, get a job, pay taxes, vote, and all of that stuff, then you're grown at that point. So the decisions that he made and the probation charge that he got in for that assault is completely on him. I don't give anybody excuses for that. Just because you had a bad childhood don't give you the right to turn around and do bad stuff to other people. That's just the way I get down. Stop the hashtag, stop the excuses. See? That's why I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Sylvia. Y'all are absolutely right. Absolutely. So shout out to the AFC, man. I love you guys, man. Hashtag take accountability. Let's go. Let's go. How many thumbs up do we have? We have 200 thumbs up. Remember, our goal is 400. We can get there really easily, and I'll stop asking If y'all would click that thumbs up, we can get 340 right now if y'all always just click the thumbs up. Remember, this little boy is still missing. They don't know where he's at. We need to have more eyes and more support. So maybe if somebody sees something, they might say something, and it'll help circulate the story a little bit better. So don't forget to click that thumbs up, okay?
What investigators are saying about this whole incident this afternoon, Natalie?
Yeah, bond was set at $1 million for Deshaun Brown. He is charged with killing his girlfriend. Brown was...
Can I point something out real quick? And thank you, Leanne Engel, for pointing and sharing out your story. And I want y'all to let me know if y'all agree. Did y'all have a similar experience like Leanne? And Leanne said, until this show, background checks never crossed my mind. And guys, and that's usually the way it is, unless somebody talks to you about something like we talk about life insurance. We shouldn't be using GoFundMe as a supplement to life insurance. We talk about if you see something, say something, report it. The National Child Abuse Hotline, the Domestic Violence Hotline, like Miss June Bennett talks about all the time and shares those links in the chat. There's a lot of things that when people ask, what do we do? And what is our message? What are we trying to accomplish? It's things like that. That when you start doing background checks, you can at least understand what you're dealing with. And a lot of times, I just think we just need to better educate ourselves, right? That's probably the biggest battle in life. You know, no matter whether you're trying to find out how to get a house, whether you're trying to figure out how to, you know, to get certain job requirements, you have to educate yourself. Even when you're choosing a mate, you have to educate yourself about that mate the best that you possibly can. Check their credit, check their background. How about that? Could learn a lot. And I like this movie, The Departed. They have a line in The Departed that says, you can learn a lot by watching things eat. And shout out to Jack Nicholson, because that was my favorite part in that movie. And what that meant to me is it just means we need to pay more attention. You can learn a lot by watching things eat. We also learned about not releasing balloons. Look at the, what was that thing called? The, where is it at? Balloon Fest of 1986. That disaster from releasing too many balloons. But let me play the video. Let me play the video.
Randy, thank you. The search continues for a missing 3-year-old whose mother was found dead by the Purple People Bridge.
The man accused of killing her was arraigned in court this morning on a murder charge. WLWT News 5's Natalie Clark here with what investigators are saying about this whole incident this afternoon. Natalie.
Yeah, bond was set at $1 million for Deshaun Brown. He is charged with killing his girlfriend. Brown was arraigned in court today on a murder charge. The 20-year-old is accused of stabbing Nytisha Lattimore to death. And according to the Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office, Lattimore was found dead Saturday in a plastic bag near the Purple People Bridge. Now, meanwhile, Cincinnati police are still searching for the woman's 3-year-old son. On Sunday, police and divers with the Hamilton County Police Association searched the Ohio River near Yateman's Cove Park looking for any signs of her son. His name is Nilo. They say family members found a stroller nearby that appears to have belonged to the mother and son. Investigators believe Nilo was last seen on December 4th. Brown will be back in court on December 22nd. Of course, if you have any information that could help police, you are asked to call Crime Stoppers at 513-352-3040. Natalie Clark, WLWT News 5.
Here's the next video.
Randy, thank you. The search continues for a missing 3-year-old whose mother was found dead by the Purple People Bridge.
The man accused of killing her was arraigned in court this morning on a murder charge. WLWT News 5's Natalie Clark here with what investigators are saying about this whole incident this afternoon. Natalie.
Yeah, bond was set at $1 million for Deshaun Brown. He is charged with killing his girlfriend. Brown was arraigned in court today on a murder charge. The 20-year-old is accused of stabbing Nytisha Lattimore to death. And according to the Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office, Lattimore was found dead Saturday in a plastic bag near the Purple People Bridge. Now, meanwhile, Cincinnati police are still searching for the woman's 3-year-old son. On Sunday, police and divers with the Hamilton County Police Association searched the Ohio River near Yateman's Cove Park looking for any signs of her son. His name is Nilo. They say family members found a stroller nearby that appears to have belonged to the mother and son. Investigators believe Nilo was last seen on December 4th. Brown will be back in court on December 22nd. Of course, if you have any information that could help police, you are asked to call Crime Stoppers at 513-352-3040.
I want you guys to post your thoughts in the chat. I'm thinking like Rochella and Donna, that maybe he did it because maybe the mom was just simply breaking up with him. Maybe she didn't curse him out. Maybe she wasn't violent to him or anything like that, verbally abusive. She could have simply realized, oh, this dude is young. He's got a young person's mentality. I don't want to deal with him anymore. But what do y'all think? What do y'all think caused this? Do y'all think it was a breakup that caused this? Or do you think he just snapped for no reason? But I think there's always a reason, and until we know that reason, it's okay for us to speculate. I think it's okay for us to speculate and wonder and ask until we get those questions, because a lot of times the most important question we can ask is why, and that's pertaining to anything. And again, that's another ode to Tommy. The most important question we can ask is why. Here's the last video. Thank you, Iris, showing some love, sending in a $1 super chat, and I like that little halo emoji. That one's really cool, so thank you for that.
Natalie Clark, WLWT News 5.
Yeah, I initially thought it was cheating. I'm not sure about the drugs, but like I said, y'all post y'all comments. What do y'all think? What do y'all think was the reason? When you break up in a domestic violence relationship, they always kill. Wow, look at that. I can't disagree with you. I almost have to agree with you for that. So think about it. He was already on probation for domestic violence, and it led to his current girlfriend's death. So do y'all agree? I think I might have to agree with that. When you break up in a domestic violence relationship, they always kill. It's definitely dangerous. Remember I told y'all about taking y'all kids to the Thug Zoo. But don't nobody want to listen to me. I'm an asshole because I said don't take your kids to the Thug Zoo because the Thug Lion will maul you and your kids. Huh?
Cincinnati police are working meticulously through dates, locations, and evidence to figure out exactly what happened to 29-year-old Nitisha Lattimore, a Walnut Hills mom with a 3-year-old son, Nilo, who appeared to be her world. According to arrest records, around 9 a.m. on Friday, December 11th, 20-year-old Deshaun Brown stabbed Lattimore several times with an...
That dude don't look like he's 20. That dude looks like he's like at least 30. 10 years older than what they're saying he is. That dude don't look like he's 30 years old. That's a grown-ass man right there. That dude look like he a good 30.
Around 9 a.m. on Friday, December 11th, 20-year-old Deshaun Brown stabbed Lattimore several times with an edged weapon at an apartment on Melrose Avenue. Police cite physical and video evidence as well as witness statements in the charging documents against Brown. Lattimore's body was found near the Purple People Bridge Saturday, according to detectives. Today, Cincinnati police and divers with the Hamilton County Police Association searched the Ohio River near Yateman's Cove Park looking for any sign of Nilo. They say family members identified a stroller there that appears to have belonged to the mother and son. Investigators say the 3-year-old hasn't been seen since December 4th, but were unable to elaborate on a more detailed timeline. As far as Brown's criminal history in Hamilton County, earlier this year he faced charges for obstructing official business and falsification. He was also convicted of assault in January, according to Montgomery County court records, and given 5 years probation. But the question remains, where is Nilo?
And right now, Brown is charged with murder here in Hamilton County. He's set to face a judge first thing in the morning. Reporting live downtown, Dan Griffin, WLWT News 5.
Now, Dan, I know you spent a lot of time out there this afternoon. Have you been able to talk with any family members about Nilo or his mother?
Well, just briefly, Molly, they're pretty emotional about all this, working through the loss, then also just wondering where Nilo is. At this point, it appears they really just want their privacy.
All right, Dan Griffin reporting live for us downtown tonight. Thanks, Dan.
My closing thoughts. Hold on. I didn't hit the button. My closing thoughts about this story. I'm not very optimistic that we're going to find this boy. Of course, we can always keep hope alive. But the way that this man stabbed this woman and murdered her, knowing that he has a history, they found the stroller. I think it's just a matter of time. And then this happened on December the 4th. So you're talking about, what, almost 10 days ago? Still no sign of this little boy? Matter of fact, even if he was alive somewhere, how many kids this age will be able to live for that long without access to food, water, shelter? We don't know. I'm just going to assume the worst. But that doesn't mean that we can't continue to keep hope, keep faith, keep looking. And like I said, the easiest solution is for that dude, Deshaun, or whatever his name is, a little 20-year-old man that she was dating, would be for him to open his mouth and tell us where the boy is. I mean, you know, part of being a man is being able to deal with the things that you do. And I don't think this dude was a man, nor was he a mature-minded individual, but that's exactly why, ladies, and I'm putting a prayer hands up to this sister also. I'm not saying that she caused her demise, but what I'm saying is that when you are a deer in the headlights, the best thing you could do is get out the street. Hello. You don't just sit there. You don't put yourself in a dangerous situation, nor do your research before you get involved in a relationship. This is the technology age. It's hella simple. There is no penis that's worth your life. Huh? Uh-huh. Yeah. Say that again. There is no penis. There is no sex. There is no good-looking man. There is no six-pack, no pecs, no clothing, no sense of style. There is nothing that a man offers that is worth your life. Hello? Can I get an amen on that? There is no man that is worth your life and your kid's life. It's more to life. It's way more to life. And if you are struggling with finding value in yourself that way, it's best to reach out and get some help. But don't be so emotionally fatigued, drained, hopeless, whatever the case is with her pushing 30. I know maybe she might have been in a midlife crisis and said, you know what, maybe this is the best I could do. It's not worth your kid's life. Because if you have an opportunity to grow up and become something great, then damn it, make sure that your kids get an opportunity. Us as parents, and I'm pointing the finger at myself, us as parents, we got to stop being so selfish, and we got to start thinking about our kids more rather than just our personal pleasures. Because our children deserve an opportunity to grow up and become something great, and it is our God-given responsibility to make sure that they have every opportunity to do so. Now, again, that dude is not going to see the light of day ever again. And like I say, at this point, I think he could at least do the world just a little bit of justice and put a little bit of respect on that little boy's name and his life and tell us where he is, where you dumped him, where you left him, whatever you did. You need to speak up and be a man, bruh. Just for her life alone, they might execute you for that alone. You're going to do life in prison for that alone. So your life and your time on earth is done, bro. And I'm asking, if he's out there listening, at least put some respect on this young soul's life. That little prince could have grown up and became anything. And I think he deserved an opportunity. And it's sad that he will never get that chance, because I think that he's probably deceased. He seemed like a bright little boy, beautiful little boy, and I think he deserved a chance, okay? Thank you guys for listening to the story. Don't forget, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, because that type of thing helps us bring more light and more attention, more views to these type of stories. We absolutely have to make sure that we advocate for children and give them a voice. Be the voice, and you can do that just by sharing our message. This is your boy DJ Just J with the AFC, where we put our children first. From my heart to yours, thank you for listening to his story. We have 2 more stories to tell if you guys do not mind. Can I tell y'all about 2 more stories if you have some time? Let me get this next one up on the screen for you. Let's go with which one is this one? That one's pretty bad. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Yep. This one really took me back. Because if it hadn't been for the cunning and the clever of a little kid, and I think it was actually a little boy, I'm not so sure that these kids would have made it out of this alive. Y'all have got to hear this story. It's really short, but I want to tell you guys this story, and I want to thank all the people who continue to shoot me emails and send me all this stuff, okay? Oh, Texas. How many people are from Texas in the chat? Post in there where y'all are from. Are y'all from Texas? Are you from Oklahoma? Are you from California? Where y'all from? Are you listening outside of the United States? Post in the chat where you're from. I give everybody permission to rep where you're from. Because Texas got to take another L. Absolutely ridiculous, man. Texas has shown its naked ass all year long. Absolutely ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. These 2 people are out of Texas, and I live in Texas, and I'm telling y'all, I am getting tired of having to put the news out there that we're screwing up. A lot of my stories have come out of Texas. Texas gone wild. Oh, man. Look at that. Killeen, Texas. Somebody, who did you say earlier? You said Dallas, D-Town. Sheesh, San Antonio, Houston. We had a lot of stories come out of Houston. Shout out to the UK. We got the UK in the building. Got Austin. Got Minnesota by way of Texas. I see you. Covington, Kentucky. Come on, man. Let's have some fun. Post where y'all are from. Rep where you're from. It's okay. Got Trenton, New Jersey in the building. We don't normally do this, but these stories are so sad, man. I really want to try to bring just a little bit of jovialness, if that's even a word, and just allow us to have fun and breathe for just a second. We're at 363 people watching. Not too bad. Our goal is 400 thumbs up, so we need 45 more people to click that thumbs up to bring us to 300 thumbs up. 35 people, 35 people, click that thumbs up, please.
So I may have only mentioned this 10,000 times.
All right. Let's go ahead and tell this story. Ladies and gentlemen, I need for Texas, if y'all are sitting in the back, I'm not sure where y'all are sitting, where you're at in the audience, in the crowd right now, but if you're from Texas, I need y'all to make your way to the front. And I need y'all to come take yet another L. Texas, oh my goodness. What are we doing? What are we doing in this world? It seems like every other day is a murder in my state against a little kid. And it keeps coming out of Texas. And I'm not going to stand for it. The individuals that y'all see on my screen, these hideous, ugly, very, very ugly individuals are accused of doing something not to just one kid, but to a number of kids. Y'all got to hear this. Spring, Texas. I think Spring, Texas is close to Houston, is it not? Let me double check on that. I think it is. I haven't been to Spring, but I've been close to Spring. Let me see. Maps. Let me bring it up on maps. Yeah, it is. So Spring, Texas is north. I've been close to Sugarland. What else is down there? I was in Pasadena. When I drove to New Orleans, I kind of drove all up and through there. So yeah, this pretty much falls on Houston. So on Friday, deputies with Constable Mark Herman's office responded to the 1000 block of Imperial Lake Drive in reference to a welfare check. So you know what that means? Somebody saw something and said something. Hashtag see something, say something. The witness advised that she was in her garage when an 8-year-old boy approached her and stated that he needed help and if he could stay with her. We got to put a huge prayer hands up for that neighbor. And I'm glad that little 8-year-old boy found some help. Upon deputies arriving, the boy was observed with a bloody nose, a busted lip, and with no shirt and no shoes. The boy advised he was living under a bridge and did not know where his parents were. Constable deputies also noticed additional unexplained injuries to the boy, and he also appeared to be malnutrition. Not only did they beat this kid, but you notice the woman on the left-hand side looking like she ain't missed a meal. Not now, not ever. Look like she just going back for seconds and thirds at the buffet line. And those type of people, it's egregious to me, because those type of wide people obviously know the value of sustenance. They know the value of food. But you'd starve a kid, you'd malnutrition a kid? Why would you do that? I don't understand why they do that. You know why they do that? Because they didn't love that kid. They only had these kids for the benefits that they could collect from these kids, which we call that hashtag babies for benefits. That's what we got the shirts for. Now, the Child Protective Services was notified and they immediately took possession of the child. They were arrested and booked in the Harris County Jail, charged with injury to a child. Mercy Amador, which is the woman, if you can call her that, I don't even want to call her a woman with a big nasty looking self. Mercy Amador is right there. Her boyfriend, or whoever he is, his name is William Garcia. Now, Mercy Amador was charged with 2 counts, and her bond was set at $15,000 out of the 232nd District Court. William Garcia's bond was set at $10,000 out of the 182nd District Court. So $15,000 bond and $10,000 bond respectively. Let me go ahead and give you guys the fair usage. Let me let you take a look at the news videos. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Thank you. Only $15K. I don't understand. Let's go.
New at noon, a Spring mother and stepfather have been charged for abusing her 4 children. 25-year-old Mercy Amador and 31-year-old William Garcia were arrested and charged with injury to a child. An injured and malnourished 8-year-old boy asked a stranger for help, leading Precinct 4 deputies to 3 other abused children, all 4 children now with CPS.
I'm going to see if y'all caught that. Maybe some of y'all didn't hear that. Maybe you didn't catch that. They said they found this boy and then found other children. Let me let y'all hear it again before I give y'all my thoughts so y'all can understand why this story pisses me off so much. Especially for the egregious bond of $15,000. You get out on $1,500. And his was only $10,000. Listen at how many kids were involved. Listen at this again.
New at noon, a Spring mother and stepfather have been charged for abusing her 4 children. 25-year-old Mercy Amador.
Y'all heard that? Her 4 children.
For abusing her 4 children. Abusing her 4 children. Charged for abusing her 4 children. Have been charged for abusing her 4 children.
So one child was able to run away and made it away and got away clean. And that caused his other siblings to be saved. This little boy is a hero. He is a hero. Thank you. That little boy is a hero. He saved his siblings. But then again, you're talking about that should be 4 counts. 4 kids, 4 counts. How is your bond that low?
For abusing her 4 children. 25-year-old Mercy Amador and 31-year-old William Garcia were arrested and charged with injury to a child. An injured and malnourished 8-year-old boy asked a stranger for help, leading Precinct 4 deputies to 3 other abused children, all 4 children now with CPS. All 4 children now with 3 other abused children, all
3 other abused children.
3 other abused children, to 3 other abused children, all 4 children now with CPS.
Okay, guys, let's talk about this just for a moment. And again, this is where our system is failing. And I'm going to tell you guys this. And I watched Tommy's show yesterday. If y'all didn't hear that that attorney of his speak, boy, I got to give a shout out. I think her name was Summer. Summer's out here in my state. And I got to tell you, boy, that was powerful to listen at that. And I'm going to tell you, the courts and our local courts have an extremely large amount of power. And your voices, who you vote for, matters a lot. You guys can literally just research and find out what these people are about and tell them what your demands are. So that way, before you even go vote, you can know who you're supposed to vote for. And then at that point, you can demand what you want from these people. But if y'all just continue to you feel like, well, my vote don't count. This is where voting matters. My vote don't count. I don't have to vote. It don't matter. It absolutely matters. Don't worry about who the president gonna be. But your ass needs to be voting in your local elections. Your DA matters. Your court clerks matter. Your judges matter. Have we not talked about that all year long? Your local people matter. When they do those local elections and those local votes, I go to all of them. Everything there is to vote for, I find time in my day to go. There is absolutely, and I don't know which individual is responsible for granting them a bond, let alone a $15,000 and $10,000 bond respectively. But why is it that low? Why do these kids' lives not matter? That's basically attempted murder. You can see the abuse to these kids. You can also hear their stories. That boy is 8 years old. He can clearly tell you what happened. Their bond needs to go way up based on the testimony, not only of this kid, but the other kids. And I hope that they do have the heart to be honest and speak their real mind and tell us what these individuals did. Their bond should be hella high, $500,000 high. Because we shouldn't have to wait until a child is murdered in order to give somebody a high bond. They should have a high bond for even putting a child in a position that they could die. How about that for a novel concept? Yes? But that's my opinion. I don't know if you guys are going to agree with my opinion or not, but that's why I believe that the courts can make a difference and we can make a difference by speaking up, seeing something and saying something. If this neighbor didn't speak up and just stayed out of it, might have 4 dead children in Spring, Texas. But we've saved 4 kids. And I got to give a shout out to that neighbor and thank you to anybody who's out there doing something in your neighborhood, in your cities, in your counties, in your states, in your countries, your provinces, wherever you are. If you're the type of individual to step up for these kids, then kudos to you. That's what we all should be doing. And that's all we want. Make sure you continue to like, share, and subscribe. This is your boy DJ Just J with the AFC, where we advocate for really high bonds for people who hurt children. I hope that they get the penalty under law. If you can give them 10 to 20 years, give it to them. All right? I'm trying to fix this internet. With this particular story, I want to talk about this, and we had some people in the chat that said individuals look like they're off of Whoville. Whoville. So maybe y'all will get that joke. I don't. I'm going to call them Gumo number 1 and Gumo number 2. What horrible looking individuals. Boy, I don't know why your face looked like that. And let me see if I get a face. Beyond forgivable. Let me tell y'all the story out of Dinwiddie County, VA. A Dinwiddie County hashtag mom's pet baby. On September the 19th, an unresponsive 8-month-old girl was transported from a home in the 7900 block of Boyden Plank Road, South Regional Medical Center, later died at the hospital. The sheriff's office said foul play was suspected death. Who you see on my screen is a female individual by the name of, let me see if I, that is, so Aurelia Jorge and Tyrese J. Mayo, they arrested an injury to a child. Charges. 8 months to deserve working with the office of the jail, being held at the Meharan, okay, I got it. Jorge and Mayo are being held at the Meharan River Regional Jail pending appearance in the Dinwiddie Juvenile and Domestic Relations Court. So you guys, the fair usage. Let me let y'all hear the news stories. Federal law allows citizens teaching and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Where 2 people have been charged in connection with the death of an 8-month-old child. 22-year-old Aurelia and 20-year-old Tyrese Mayo are charged with child abuse, neglect, and cruelty to and injury to a child. On September 19th, sheriffs say the unresponsive 8-month-old was taken to a hospital where she died. Officials say foul play is suspected and the investigation remains active. Shelby Brown is following up on this story and will have updates starting this afternoon on the CBS 6 News at 4.
In Dinwiddie.
After authorities say they found
about this case. I actually got a tip about it a week or so ago. Today, deputies confirmed they suspect foul play in the case, and that's what's so disheartening. Live near the suspects.
Boyfriend, 20-year-old Tyrese Mayo. Dinwiddie deputies charged them with child neglect, abuse, and cruelty to a child after they showed up to their home last month. They found the old girl unresponsive and rushed her to the hospital. She didn't survive.
That couple is being held at the Meharan Regional Jail. Authorities here
to their 8-month-old baby. They should deal with the consequences.
I spoke with people in the couple's community off of Boyden Plank Road.
I've got kids of my own I can't even fathom. And an 8-month responsive child, I want to know what the parents have done wrong.
Authorities haven't released the specifics, but they say the case is vicious. They even removed a different child from the couple's home.
I mean, it's a sad situation, all the stuff going on right now. Child, an innocent kid. Any child born into the world is a blessing. When something happens like that, you're blocking a blessing.
Tonight, the medical examiners will figure out exactly what led to that baby's death. As soon as there are new details in the case, we'll be sure to pass them on to you. Reporting live tonight, Brent.
Here's one more video.
A Dinwiddie couple is behind bars after the death of an 8-month-old girl. Ariel Jorge and Tyrese Mayo are now both 2 counts of child abuse and neglect and 2 counts of cruelty and injury to a child. Emergency of September and found the child unresponsive. She later died at the hospital. Cause of death is still under investigation tonight.
Well, Bill, the sheriff's office here tells us that the investigation into the death of that 8-month-old baby girl, it is in full swing, and there are many questions yet to be answered. Namely, what could have gone so terribly wrong that a baby had to lose her life? An evening emergency 911 call on September 19th, and emergency crews from Green Acres Trailer Park on Boyden and Tyrese Mayo are now facing serious felony charges. These court documents, CBS 6 News outline the charges against Mayo. 2 counts of abuse and neglect causing serious injury, and 2 counts of cruelty and injury to a child by beating. The mom of the child also faces 4 charges: 2 counts of endangering a child while in one's custody, and 2 counts of neglect of a child causing serious injury. The 8-month-old girl was taken to Southside Regional Medical Center where she died. The very next day, Jorge and Mayo were arrested. Another child who was in the home was removed by Dinwiddie Social Services. We're told that investigators are still awaiting more information from the medical examiner's office, including information on the exact cause of death for the 8-month-old baby. In the meantime, both suspects with no bond, they head back to court October 27th. Working for you tonight in Shelby Brown, CBS 6 News.
Guys, there's just no for this, okay? They've got all the proof that they need, and like I said, I think the only other thing they need to do is say it. And the fact that you just got 2 people that just look like they just, I'm sorry, 2 individuals, if y'all look at them in the eyes and look at them in the face, frozen bottle of molasses. Y'all said Whoville? No. But they definitely don't look like they should have been around any kids at all. That mom don't look like she should have been having kids. It's just some people that don't deserve reproductive rights in the United States, in this world, not in this lifetime, not now, not ever, okay? And I hope that they get justice for that baby, and I hope that they give them the maximum penalty under law. And I think we need to start become examples, and we need to start making an example out of bad parents, okay? Plain and simple. Careers will allow that baby to grow up and become something great, okay? So to them, I'm out of here. From my heart to yours, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for listening to the stream, for supporting. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, okay? If you haven't already done so, hit that like button, okay? Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's and I don't know why it's doing that. Could have had something to do with the email. I don't know. But I'm not going to blame it in your direction until I know for sure what's going on. But thank y'all. Y'all have a great night. Thank y'all for coming. Another easy way that you guys can support is make sure you guys download my brother Kurt Dogg's brand new album, which is going to be available at midnight. But if you're already up listening to this stream, we're releasing it early. So I'm giving y'all the link right now. Let me see if I can give you the edit this. Actually, I could just post it from here. Hold on. Watch it and listen to it off of YouTube. If you guys are already on YouTube, you guys can go in here, pick your favorite songs, leave Kurt Dogg a message on the YouTube link, show him some love so that what is YouTube, okay? Show him some love. OKC in this thing. What's going on? See, got Kurt Dogg's new album, which is available right now. Make sure y'all go check out OG Music. Awesome album. Stream. Peace.
Nora's Authentic Designer has seen. So ladies, if you want to get fly, and fellas, if you want to take care of your lady, please be sure to go to www.noras915.com. www.noras915.com. That's right, www.noras915.com.
Hello listeners, come mask up with Keyline Designs, where you reap what we sow. We offer essential handcrafted face masks made with 100% cotton, equipped with a built-in filter and a slot for refillable filters. Our masks have many uses like riding motorcycles, public places, outside exercising, lawn and gardening, and helps prevent the spread of germs. We offer bling, sports logos, monograms, many assorted fabrics and colors. Make child-sized masks starting at the age of 2. Come join us today for the new website at keylinedesigns.com. Welcome.